Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I have made a video, but I want to be more committed to my channel and I want to make more content, so stay tuned. Now, before we begin, like this video, subscribe to my channel and ring the bell for more notifications. So in today's video, I will be making my prediction of who will be the next title holder for each championship within the WWE. So in the beginning, I'm gonna be making my predictions with the obvious ones, starting off with none other than the undisputed WWE World Championship, and that is Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns has been champion for 3 years. He right now is the biggest star in wrestling. In any promotion, in any country, Roman Reigns is the biggest star in wrestling. So I feel like it's obvious who's gonna beat Roman. It's none other than Cody Rhodes. It's been reported by many dirt sheets, many wrestling blogs, that the current plan for Roman Reigns is Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. And if Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes does indeed happen, I don't think Cody Rhodes will be losing. I think Roman Reigns' time with wrestling is very close to an end. Cody Rhodes has been built up. Cody Rhodes is believable. Now, how do we get there? I think Cody Rhodes is going to win the Elimination Chamber. I don't think Cody Rhodes is going to win the Rumble again. But yeah, and the ongoing storyline that somebody is going to be going on to SmackDown in replace of Jey Uso. Don't be surprised if it is Cody Rhodes indeed. Cody Rhodes will be going to SmackDown, will be winning the Elimination Chamber, and I think he is going to dethrone Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. Now, let's move on to the World Heavyweight Championship, which is currently held by Seth freaking Rollins. I think most people would agree that there are two options to dethrone Seth Rollins. The first option is Mr. Money in the Bank, Damian Priest. Now, you could make the argument that it is going to be indeed Damian Priest, but honestly, I don't see Damian Priest cashing in on Seth Rollins. I'm going to talk about that in the next couple of minutes. The person I see actually dethroning Seth Rollins is Gunther, the current Intercontinental Champion. Of course, Gunther is going to lose the Intercontinental Champion soon after now that he has broken the record. He's gonna lose it and then move on to the World Heavyweight Championship, to the main event scene. Triple H in particular is very heavy on Gunther. Right now, the highest bidding odds for the Royal Rumble is in favor of Gunther. I think it is going to be Gunther winning the Royal Rumble indeed. I think he's going to choose Seth Rollins, and at WrestleMania 40 is going to be Seth Rollins versus Gunther, where the focus and the storyline is going to be on Seth's back injury. Gunther is going to take advantage of that. He's going to beat Seth, become the next World Heavyweight Champion, and Seth is going to be resting and healing from the injury. Moving on to Carmelo Hayes, the current NXT Champion. Remember when I said that I was saving the whole Damian Priest cashing in for later? This is where it comes. I believe that that Damian Priest is gonna cash in successfully, but on the NXT Championship. I believe Damian Priest is gonna be the next NXT Champion for a plentiful of reasons. First of all, looking at the current NXT roster, the only person who could beat Carmelo Hayes for the championship, and it makes sense, is unfortunately Braun Breaker. And Braun Breaker has already won that title, and it's been heavily reported, heavily rumored that Braun Breaker is gonna be sent off to the main roster. So, meaning in other words, there are no current candidates for Carmelo Hayes to lose the NXT title for. So what I see is them using Damian Priest and the Money in the Bank briefcase to have Damian winning the NXT title from Carmelo Hayes, and I actually see Damian holding that title to WrestleMania in specific, where he actually defends it on the card against none other than Finn Balor. Now let's get into the women's titles. Starting off with the WWE Women's Champion, Io Sky. Personally, I want Io to hold the title until WrestleMania and face off either against Asuka, or the option I would love more is a triple threat between Io Sky, Dakota Kai, and Bayley. I would love for Bayley to have a championship match at the next Mania. I would love for Bayley to win the Elimination Chamber. I really would love, but all of that is just something I want. This is not what I think will happen. What I think will happen is that Io Sky will drop the title to Bianca Belair. I think Bianca Belair is going to be turning heel very, very soon. I think she will be aligned with the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. And I think that Bianca Belair will face Io Sky very soon and will beat her for her title. And that could happen because of Bayley costing Io, which will reignite the feud between Bayley and Io Sky. Now, let's go to Tiffany Straton, the current NXT Women's Champion. And this is honestly a simple one. For those who are watching right now, Tiffany Straton will face Becky Lynch for the NXT Women's Championship next Tuesday on NXT. I don't think Tiffany will retain. I think Becky Lynch is definitely winning the NXT Women's Champion. She is going to become a Grand Slam champion. And as for her reign, I see two options. It's either going to be Becky Lynch keeping the title until Survivor Series, where she drops it back to Tiffany, or Becky Lynch keeps the title till WrestleMania. At NXT Stand and Deliver, there will be a ladder match to determine who faces her at night 2 of WrestleMania. And it's Becky Lynch versus Roxanne Perez, night 2, WrestleMania 40, for the NXT Women's Championship. Okay, so let's go to the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley isn't losing the title anytime soon. It's gonna be either WrestleMania 40 or shortly after. Now, the person who is dethroning Rhea Ripley has been a debate between two people. It's gonna be either Becky Lynch or Liv Morgan. I'm actually gonna go with Liv Morgan for a handful of reasons. First of all, even if it does indeed be Becky Lynch versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 40, I don't think Becky will be beating Rhea. I think Becky will be used up to put over Rhea. Second, the current bidding odds for the Women's Royal Rumble shows that Liv Morgan has the highest bidding odds. And I honestly do believe that Liv Morgan is the next Royal Rumble winner, because it does make the most sense. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan has more history, has a bigger story to tell than Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. Honestly, I believe that it should be the go-to move. It should be Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan at WrestleMania. Becky Lynch does not need to win the Royal Rumble. Becky Lynch can make her way to the WrestleMania card without facing Rhea Ripley. I think it should be Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. If it does indeed happen to be Liv Morgan versus Rhea Ripley, I think Liv Morgan will be walking out the new Women's World Champion. Now let's go to the Midcard titles, starting off with Rey Mysterio. And it's honestly an easy one. It's a really easy story to be told. The next United States champion is gonna be none other than Santos Escobar. And the story is Rey Mysterio took the opportunity from Santos Escobar. Santos Escobar is gonna be jealous, turn on Rey Mysterio. Both of them have a match, and it's Santos Escobar winning the United States title from Rey Mysterio. Moving on to Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion. And honestly, I see it being Sheamus. Sheamus has proven that he deserves to be a Grand Slam champion. The only title Sheamus has not won yet is the Intercontinental Champion. He and Gunther have a great chemistry, and he is the perfect opponent for Gunther. He is the perfect person to beat Gunther, especially after that Clash at the Castle match they had. Sheamus is more than believable. Sheamus is a person who can beat Gunther, yet Gunther could still look strong, so I believe it will be Sheamus. Next, let's go to the North American Champion, which is currently held by Dirty Dominic Mysterio. This is also an obvious one. Dominic Mysterio is currently feuding with Dragon Lee from NXT. The dirt sheets and many wrestling blogs have been reporting that Dominic Mysterio will have no NXT appearances after NXT No Mercy. So basically, Dominic Mysterio versus Dragon Lee for the NXT North American Championship at NXT No Mercy, where Dragon Lee wins the NXT North American Championship. Let's go to some tag titles, and I'm gonna be beginning with the Women's Tag Team Championship, which is currently held by Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. As much as I love Chelsea Green, as much as I like Piper Niven, it's not gonna be a long reign, especially with the current illness of Piper Niven. She is being reported to have been out for 2 weeks because of a little illness. She will be back very soon. But whenever she's coming back, I think they will have a couple more days with the titles, and then dropping it to Katana Chance and Kaden Carter from WWE, from Raw. And it's honestly the best decision. Katana Chance and Kaden Carter are a very good tag team, and they are always there, and they do make the most sense to be the next women's tag team champions. Now let's go to the current undisputed WWE Tag Team Champion. And this may be a controversial one, but I think that it should be 100% the Alpha Academy who take the titles from the Judgment Day. Chad Gable deserves everything. Chad Gable is an underrated performer. He can make anybody look good. Chad Gable is an athletic performer. He has a high in-ring IQ. I think if he is not going to win the Intercontinental Championship, at least give him the tag titles, because he very much deserves a championship. And I can see the Judgment Day are growing dissension within each other, and these dissensions are gonna help the Alpha Academy win the tag team championships from the Judgment Day. Finishing things off with the NXT Tag Team Championships that are currently held by the D'Angelo family. This was hard to predict for the fact that the NXT Tag Team division is basically non-existent at the moment. But what I have written down here is that the Street Profits are the next Tag Team Champions, for the sole reason that the Street Profits currently teased a showdown with the D'Angelo family, and the Street Profits have newly turned heel, and it would help the momentum of them. So basically the Street Profits win the NXT championships from the D'Angelo family. Okay guys, this is the end of my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Write down in the comments who do you think will be the next title holder for every championship. Um, if you really liked my video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell for more notification, as I will be making more wrestling content in these couple days. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.